Happy Tuesday, guys. I'm super excited to have Katie Mutnz on today, you guys, for our last leadership call of 2022. Honestly, I'm excited to go out with a bang with you as my guest, Katie, because, she shows the epitome of resilience and tenacity and literally going through the mud and coming from a place that she built from ground zero, right? She didn't have experience in this industry. She was a teen mom, and she literally had all cards stacked against her when it comes to the success category of what, a lot of people like to clarify as success. But I know Katie, very well, and I have watched her build a life of her dreams and honestly, be able to save. And she just renewed her vows this year with her husband, and watching the things that she's been able to do and literally go from food stamps to being able to have a good bit in her savings. I won't say the number, but a very nice, most people, you guys, are just one paycheck away from being homeless. So always keep that in mind when you see somebody out there that's less fortunate, is that you don't know, did they just lose their job and literally they had their lights shut off? I don't know if you guys see when you're scrolling through TikTok, Facebook, whatever. There were so many people that were in hotels over Christmas. And it was really sad because they literally didn't have any place to go. And I saw people collecting donations and so forth. And we never know somebody else's circumstances. And you guys, somebody can look like they have the perfect life on social media and really be struggling. And I was one of those people almost a decade ago. And my mom was tired of seeing me work all the time and never have time for family, that she's the one who introduced me into this industry. So with that said, Katie, thank you.
Hello.
Thank you for offering to do today's call.
Yeah, you're good. I got lunch cooking. I got my kids opening every Christmas gift they got, every 5 minutes. Can I open another one? I'm like, are you let's just slow down because my house is so much cardboard. Trying to roll across, I'm just multitasking here. I told Amanda, I was like, listen, if you don't mind, my kids will come in here and ask for help. One time I had my second son, my younger son, come in and he had pants around his ankles and he goes, can you wipe my butt? I'm like, oh, okay, guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. So this is real life.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. And Katie, how old are your kids?
I have a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old. So they're only a year apart. And then I have a 13-year-old that I had when I was 16.
I knew she had young ones because she's popped them out while she's been part of the company.
Yeah, I literally, when I joined Lavelle, my second son, my younger one, was he was only 6 months old. And I actually joined Thrive because I wanted to try Thrive because I was tired from having him. So when I joined, I was actually pregnant again with my daughter. I just didn't know it yet. I found out a week after I had joined that I was pregnant again. And then we announced 3 weeks later at Christmas. So needless to say, Thrive has been a lifesaver for me.
Well, and you've had an incredible transformation along the way. And I think that's something, as we go into the new year, as we're getting ready to have Ultimate Thriver launching, what was it, the 2nd? Is that when it said?
I thought it was the 6th, I thought. I just keep hearing the first week of January.
Yeah, I seen a picture today and I saved it. Or Lavelle put it on Facebook. Maybe that's what I was seeing. But regardless, it's the first week, right? And we have Elite relaunching again. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to be preparing up for a round of detox as I wait for my Elite. And my game plan is to get as many samples out, get people to do detox with me, and then jump on Elite and run with the Ultimate Thriver. So that's my game plan. And you guys, I think that's really something key that you need to start thinking about, is that maybe you don't want to do Ultimate Thriver, or you don't have much of a transformation. Maybe you're already whatever. I want you to take it out of the mindset of having to lose weight first off. Okay. Because tightening, toning, firming your body, having a healthy lifestyle. Honestly, we saw people that won Ultimate Thriver that really didn't have a gigantic weight loss, but they had a gigantic physical transformation. And
you know what I tell people all the time too is I tell people, do you want to get healthy first and sexy later?
yes,
Because you could be very skinny and very unhealthy.
absolutely.
You know? And there are plenty of times where I've seen, you know, women who are maybe just built a little bit bigger, but they're in the gym, they're eating right, they're healthy, they're living their best life, and they're feeling good. It's like getting skinny has nothing to do with it. It's being healthy.
Yeah, you know? And I'll tell you, I worked out nonstop, you guys, and I literally couldn't lose anything. I was not eating properly for my body, right? So like I lived in that diet. I grew up in the 90s, like I was born in 81. And I'll tell you, I grew up in the 90s where it was a calorie deficit, which, you know, calories in, calories out is always going to be what weight loss is, but it was literally much of a diet culture. So, you know, with that in mind, I want people to understand that anything to the extreme is never going to be something that you can sustain. But this, you guys, we get our products for free. We run our business for free. Our customers can share. Literally, word of mouth is the number one way of advertising. So with that said, Katie, share a little bit of your story. So I shut my mouth for a minute. I'm going to mute myself.
You're fine.
Tell people about your story.
You're good. I'm just waiting for this woman to send me the 3-digit code on the back of her card. Like, I got the 3 digits. Come on, what's going on? Okay, so like Amanda had said, you guys, I was a teen mom. I grew up in poverty, and I feel like it's so important to share because I feel like, okay, Brittany Haynes is on here. Brittany's an ADK on my team. Hi, Brittany. So Brittany and I talk all the time, and she was like, she never went without. You know what I mean? I don't know if they were like rich per se, but she never went without. Like she had school clothes and school shoes, and she did the sports and everything was paid for. We didn't have that. So she tells me all the time, she's like, I don't know how y'all did it. Like I had a single mom. She was in nursing school. So if you've ever gone through like nursing school, my mom was like gone for the entire time that she was in nursing school between that and studying and tests and clinicals. And she was still working a full-time job to take care of us. We were raised by babysitters. We had food stamps, WIC, like our rent was being paid for, you know, our heat in the winter was being paid, all the things. We had hand-me-downs. And so when I had my older son, I was 16 when I got pregnant, or 15 when I got pregnant, 16 when I had him. I just thought like I had this, it was just a cycle. Like my grandma was a young mom, my mom was a young mom, I was a young mom. And I'm like, okay, this is how it's going to be, right? Like I'm just going to work 7 days a week, struggle, collect my WIC and my food stamps, and this is life. And so I lived like that for a very long time. We would rob Peter to pay Paul. I remember I'm in New York, so like pray for Buffalo because it's still not right up here. But I remember my older one, he was 2.5 maybe. And it was the middle of winter one year, and we were 10 months behind on our heat bill. And so they shut our heat off in the middle of winter. We had like space heaters going, blankets hanging up over the living room. I was calling his doctor crying, like I have a 2-year-old, you have to turn the heat back on. Like it gets cold up here. And that there was my rock bottom. That was my rock bottom. Like I was okay being paycheck to paycheck. I was okay struggling a little bit. I was okay with the WIC and the food stamps. And that's all I'd ever known. Like I was okay with it. I thought that was normal for everybody. But when I had to like tack blankets up to keep my 2-year-old warm with the space heater in the middle of winter because we were that far behind, I no more. I said no more. I remember vividly sitting in the bathtub that night, just crying, begging God, like I need something else. I need something more. Like this can't be it. I'm not meant to just do this. Like my kids deserve my kid, only like one at a time. And a week later, network marketing literally just like showed up on my news feed, and it was with a different company, but this girl just kept adding me to her Facebook group over and over and over and over again. And she was a friend of mine, and she was like, we just got our taxes back.
Wait, I want to stop you right there because that's going to be coming around as well. And you guys, yeah. I did not have the money to join until I had my tax money. And one of the key things, and I guarantee this was something that Katie's getting ready to say, and I totally interrupted her, but she needed to be able to put that money back in her pocket. If she spent it, that money was probably bill money or money that they were going to be able to buy groceries with. She needed to be able to earn that money back. And that was something that you want to keep in mind anytime somebody joins you, is how they can get that money right back in their pocket, because that is going to be one of the number one objections, right? People don't have the money. So help them find the money and then help them put that money right back in their pocket, and make sure you're speaking that when you're talking about being a promoter, right? And one other thing that you said there that I want to say is everybody hits their rock bottom. Okay. My car was repossessed on January 6th of 2013. I joined this industry 2.5 months later because I was searching for something. I was tired of working 5 and 6 days a week and still not being able to pay my bills, my electric, my gas, my water, everything had a chance of being shut off. My daughter couldn't get her lunch in school. That year, it was her 4th grade year. And she couldn't even buy her hot lunch. She had to take a cold lunch. And all she can remember is not being allowed to get a lunch at school. And she didn't know why. She just knew how much I stressed making sure she took her lunch in the morning. So you guys, when you have those moments with your kids, I want you to understand there's people following you that when you just post like this glamorous lifestyle, they can't understand that. But when you post your true story of why you got started and where you're at now, that's going to be the key of relatability and letting somebody know that you are going to help them, guide them, and there to help them achieve something other than what they already have. And you said that's all you ever knew. You guys,
you know what? It's funny too, though. It's like I didn't even, when I joined, like you had said, like you just want to make your money back. Like I just need to make my money back. And it's funny because when I joined, I didn't have any intention of working to make my money back. The girl that I had joined was a best friend of mine at the time. I've known her since I was a child, and she was going for this bonus or whatever with the company that we were with. And she said, if you just sign up, when I hit this bonus, I'll give you your money back. And it was $99. Okay. And so that's literally why I was like, I'm a good friend. Like I had used the product. She like gifted me one of the my cat is on my desk. How rude. Minnie, get down. She had gifted me like one of the wraps from that company. It was like a skinny wrap. And so I bought the promoter, the distributor kit, whatever, for the products. And she's like, I'll give you the money back when I earn this bonus. Like, thank you for signing up to help me. So in my mind, I'm like, I got a pack full of the products and she's giving me my money back. Hell yeah, win-win. Because I was poor. Like I was like, of course I'll do that. Use my tax money, right? All I did, and it's so funny, I always tell people, ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. If you know everything and you do nothing with it, what good is that? If you know all the ingredients and every in and out of the compensation plan, but you do nothing with it, what good is that? Okay. I was ignorance on fire. I knew nothing. I didn't know ingredients. I didn't know compensation plan. I didn't know price it. I literally signed up to help my friend. I had no intention of working this. I knew nothing. And I had used the products that came in that pack. Okay. All I did was post on Facebook what they did for me. I was like, oh my God, like, check this out. Like I wrapped myself up and like my cellulite's going away. Like, what the hell is this sorcery, you know? And people wanted it. People were messaging me and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was like, okay, like, let's run with this. I had a girl sign up on accident to become a distributor. I ended up earning $100 bonus on a whim. I was like, not even trying. It was a whim. I made $100 and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
Like,
Jamie Pekka joined accidentally this industry. She meant to be a customer and she's a promoter, and none of us would be here, you guys, today if Jamie wouldn't have accidentally said, oops, I signed up for the wrong thing. Glad for her not paying attention.
Yeah, right though. And so I earned this $100 and I was kind of like, hold on a second. Like what? Because I was working 6 days a week, 7 days a week for like $250, okay, at the time, minimum wage. And I was like, I just made like half a week's worth of my paycheck, and all I did was freaking post a picture of my belly on the internet. Like, I'll do that all day long. What the hell? So I ran with it, and I kept going, and I ran fast, and I saw some quick success there. Again, didn't know anything about what I was doing. About 3 years in, I really kind of started to educate myself. I was like, I got to know what I'm doing. I got to know what I'm promoting. And at the end of the day, the end of that story, the end of that journey came because I realized this was a very big industry. And at the time when I had joined that company, again, ignorance, I knew nothing. I didn't know anything about any company. I just knew that I joined this one. And so when I lifted my head up a little bit and I started to explore a little bit and I started to like really check out what was going on in the industry, like there was other opportunities out here, let me take a look, I stumbled across Lavelle. And everything that I had struggled with in that business was not a thing here with Thrive. the no auto ships, no website fees, no locking people into anything, no like random charges, and just all the things, right? The way we promote on our volume alone, the free products, the free website. And I love that. It was like, I still tell people to this day, like, we're the unicorn company, because I'm still to this day, 5 years later, I've never seen what we have. You know, that last business that I was in, if you referred if a customer referred was like 4 customers, they got a product for half off. If you refer 2 customers here, you get your products for free. Like, that's unheard of. Okay. And so I jumped in, I made the switch back in 2017. Again, ignorance on fire. I was just talking to one of my leaders about this earlier, and she was like, you know, she's struggling a little bit. And I said, we need to get back to the basics. We need to do what we did when we started. Do you remember the first day that you started, when you didn't know anything about anything and you were just excited and you ran? I think so. When you've been here for so long, and when you do this for so long, it almost becomes a chore, and it almost becomes a job. And what happens when you have a job? You dread going. You don't look forward to it. You roll your eyes. Oh, gotta work today. Oh, gotta do my IPAs. It becomes a job, right? But when I started originally, I was ignorance on fire. This was fun as hell. I was going live. I was getting samples out the door. I was talking to everybody that would freaking listen to me. I didn't care. I showed up on live, no makeup, messy bun, pajamas to unbox my pack that came in the mail. I didn't care. And it's like nowadays, it's like, okay, I gotta have my hair done, my makeup done, gotta look right, the right lighting, gotta say the right thing. And then we overanalyze and we paralyze ourselves. And so when I started, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just going live and I was running. And if you've been here for longer than a year, I feel like you can relate to this, where it's like you wake up and you're like, okay, it's a chore now. I got to figure out what to post, got to figure out the content, got to figure out what to do. No, just go live and have fun and get samples in people's hands. Your job, I shared this the other day in the Dream Team page, your job is not to get likes, your job is not to get views, your job is not to go viral, your job is not to be friends with everybody. Your job is to get people on Thrive. Get back to the basics. That's what we're here to do. Nothing more, nothing less. My job is to get Thrive in the hands of people. By the way, got her 3 digits, signed up that customer while you were talking, Amanda, half pack with burn and sculpt. Okay. That's my job.
Yeah. You just said something, you guys. She just said a half pack with burn and sculpt. That's another thing, is that I want to say that so many people get so hung up on, okay, like Elite is launching, right? So people are just going to be uber focused on Elite. Listen to your customers and what it is that they need, okay? What it is that they need and how you can help them. What's going to work with their budget? What's going to work for their life, right? And then it might not be today, but ask them when they want you to follow up, like when they are going to be able to get started. If there's a way that you can help them get started, right?
You know what I did with this customer as well, is I made a graphic. It was one Kaylee had sent. Did you see it, Amanda, in the chat that we're in together? And I reached out to every single person that's gotten a sample from me this year.
I'm actually just getting ready to post it. I just finished on Canva.
Yep. So I reached out to every single customer of mine that's gotten a sample from me this year. And there's a little graphic that's like, thank you so much for sampling with me. I want to give you $25 off your order. You could do whatever. You could do free shipping, $20, $25, whatever. Yes, Kaylee, gold. That's where she emailed me back. This is girl's on my Facebook. We were emailing all morning. And I'm like, listen, just text me. Like, I never check my email. Just text me. But she got the 3 steps with burn and sculpt. And what's funny is she's actually a sample customer of mine. I sent her a sample through my back office, and her sample hasn't even been delivered yet. And she ordered, because on that little thing I said, you know, it expires December 31st. Like, that's for through the new year. Like, I'm gonna give you $25 off. And again, do whatever. Do $10, 15, free shipping, 25, 10%, whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? If you bought your conference ticket, which I'm gonna have good whole faith that every single person on here bought their conference ticket, that you should have promo codes in your back office to share with people. Use those promo codes, you know, the whatever you can do. And so going back to when I started, you guys, we hit 200K in 7 months. We did it very, very fast. And it was literally because we were excited. It was because we were going live. We were doing double lives, dual lives. We were getting on the Zooms. We were rallying each other. We were, okay, you know, I would go in our chat and like, all right, everybody, everyone's goal today is to get a sample out the door. It's everybody's goal. Get a sample out the door. I hear something really loud in the other room. It's like a hair dryer. It's making me nervous because my kids are over there. I'll
If
mute
you need
myself.
to go check it, you can real quick.
And Christopher, I'll text him. He's 13. He don't listen to me. I gotta text him. I'll just tell him to check on the kids. So what's that noise?
Yeah. Listen,
So,
you guys, she's saying this right now to be excited and to share it. And to be honest with you, every single person on here, if you don't have a post up about samples, or you do not have a post up about elite detox or some type of New Year's resolution, before we get off the Zoom today, I encourage you to get a samples in your stories, on your Facebook, on your TikTok, wherever you mainly post. I want to see them all, right? I want to see you guys do it, because if you don't share it, nobody knows it. All right. I'm done.
And no, that's the thing too, is like a lot of times people are like, what did you do to go so fast? Like I hit my VIPs very fast. And you know, your VIPs, they don't make or break you. So many people quit over not hitting their VIPs. Like, listen, I know millionaires that didn't hit theirs. It's fine. I feel like your VIPs a lot of times come down to like your close circle of friends, family. Like you have 14 days. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. That's not a very long time. It's just 2 weeks. And so I hit my VIPs with like my mom and my mother-in-law. Like I had a girl from my last business come with me, just one. And so I hit my VIPs that way. But like my ranks, my 4K, my 12K, 40, 80, 200K, that came from samples. I was getting samples out the door. Listen, back then we didn't have the sample mail out credits, like you were mailing them out yourself. And back then, yeah, I was getting them out quicker than Lavelle could get them on my doorstep. So people ask me all the time, like, what's the secret? Get samples out. Get samples out. And if you haven't sold any samples in a while, I'm gonna give you like a golden nugget. Okay. People want what people want. If you're showing yourself, get in your damn stories. Yeah, we had like 3 shake flavors. We literally had chocolate, strawberry, vanilla, like salted caramel, fudge, brownie, like candy cane, pumpkin spice wasn't here. It was like nothing. Yeah, there's like nothing. We didn't have the sculpt. We didn't have biotic. We didn't have the detox. So there was like far fewer options, right? But get samples out the door. People want what people want. So literally, I have like little mailer bags right here. Oh man, can't get it. Anyways, you're gonna have to take my word for it, okay? I have mailer bags back here. They're like, I got weight on them at the table. And I would go in my story, even if I didn't sell a sample, I would still go in my story and pack one up and show people what came in it. Hey, like I'm packing up, you know, what comes in a 3-day sample. Want to share with you guys what it is, what it does. Here's your 3 days of your jumper cables. It does X, Y, and Z. Your 3 days of your shakes.
Tagging states or countries that you're mailing them to.
Yes, I would like, yeah. And I would tell people, well, and this was even honestly, Amanda, like when I was doing this was before stories. Like we didn't even have stories, okay? Like this is back when you could just post and go live and nothing else. And I would go live. I would go live, and now you can go in your stories. Facebook Live was even still new, right? Now you can go in your stories and just show people what comes in a 3-day sample. Shoot me a message. When you share your vitamins in the morning, listen, a lot of people don't know that samples are an option. Trial packs, happy packs, whatever you call them, 3-day minis. When you share your capsules in the morning, I shared mine this morning and talked about, I said, if you don't pay for your wellness now, you'll be forced to pay for your illness later, right? So true. And on the bottom, I just said, DM me anytime if you want a sample pack. That's it. I just let people know that there's samples available. You want one, just message me anytime. You know what I mean?
Make sure people know, you guys, that it's not just for weight loss. Like we're just now getting something that's targeted for weight loss, right? This has just been overall health and wellness. And like I see Jana on here now, and last year, you guys, she was one of our Ultimate Thriver winners. And you guys, we have customers that were Ultimate Thriver. We had 4 out of 6 of the winners, and this year there's going to be 8 finalists. And you guys, I want it. Look what Katie's doing right now. She's taking a picture of this Zoom. You guys, let people know all of the things that the benefits of what Thrive can do for someone, because it might be for me. Yes, I needed to lose weight, but really I just wanted to feel better. I wanted to have energy and be motivated and sleep better and my body to feel better. So if people don't know that that's something that is out there, and like our detox, you guys, just a hint, I needed a good metal detox. All right. And if you look into what our detox is and how it works, it was really literally a game changer for my overall health. I didn't have the massive weight loss from it, but I also ended up with the C word during it. But it literally was like, as soon as I started thriving after, it was like the very first day I ever thrived. And I slept better, felt better, and just get excited. And honestly, if you forget what these products are doing for you, quit taking them for a week. Quit taking them for a week and then take them and then go live and share your true testament of how you are feeling. It's that excitement and letting people know all of the different things. And if you are not like super over the top excited about why you're thriving anymore, I want you to ask yourself or go back to what you felt like before, what you felt like before you thrived and what life looked like. Just look at your memories and that'll tell you a crap ton. All right.
I want to piggyback off that too, because you said stay excited. All right. And here's the thing too. I'm going to talk about Julianne Lundy. She's a 40K on my team. Okay. It'll be 5 years in April. She's been here. And this woman consistently has like 8,000 PPA from customers every single month. She goes in her stories every single morning and dances and sings and plays with her kids and takes her vitamins. Okay, listen, she even ran out of her vitamins one day and she like faked it with her detox capsules. She's like hiding them. She's like, I got my vitamins, my jumper cables, and it was totally the detox, but she was creative with it. She was excited. If she ever misses a day of not dancing in her stories, we're sending the SWAT team, because we're like, is Julianne alive? Is she okay? You know what I mean? And so when I started, I was enrolling a ton, but it's like you could be here for 6 months, 12 months, 5 years, and still help people when you're excited about it. You could be selling the greatest product in the world, but if you're showing up and you're like, hey, like, I'm so excited, like bullshit, like could have fooled me, you don't seem very excited, you know what I mean? And the funny thing is like social media allows you to be anybody that you want to be. And I'm not saying to be fake, I'm not saying to like be unauthentic, but you can be more yourself loudly, right? Like if you ever walk up to me and I don't know you in the store, I shut down. I'm very socially awkward. I'm the person that like tries to you ever try to like make a joke at a party and like no one hears you and you're like, ah, and you're like you're so awkward. That's me. Okay. But on social media, you would never know. And I'm not being myself. I'm just being myself more loudly because I'm more comfortable that way. So show up and be excited. Like you're not looking face to face with anybody. If you're scared of going live, swipe the comments. You don't have to see the comments. There's also a feature for going live where you can set the privacy settings to only yourself. So you can go live and just talk to yourself and nobody can watch it live. And then when you're done and you're finished with your live, change the privacy settings to public. So nobody was on your live while you were live, but now that you're done with it and you don't have to stare at the comments, you don't got to see how many people are on, you don't got to see who's watching, right? Switch it to public when you're done and then just go about your day. Be excited and share the products and be unapologetic about it. Stop. What is it called? Paralysis analysis or analysis paralysis. I don't know. We overthink, we overcomplicate, and then we stop ourselves. Our biggest hurdle is us. It's us. And so it's going back to my story because I don't want people to think that it's like all butterflies and rainbows. It's not. I want you to know, like Amanda had said, anything that's like quick like that a lot of times is not sustainable when it comes to like weight loss. Same with business. Okay, my business grew very fast. Fast is not always sustainable. Okay, we are in a marathon, not a sprint. I hit 200K in 7 months, and in my 8th month I lost it. All right, and I lost my rank for it was like 18 months. We lost 200K for 18 months, and you know what? At the time, I didn't understand and I hated it. And I was struggling like mentally because I was making 200K money, you know what I mean? And then poof, gone. I had nine leaders on my team walk away in one summer. And looking back now, I'm thankful for it though, because we hit 200K so fast. Dude, I was not responsible enough. I was not responsible enough for that income. I was not responsible enough for that team. I was not ready to sit here and get on a Zoom. I was not ready to lead people and get in 3-way. I was not ready to give my credits away to people. Like I was not ready to do those things. And so I had to grow myself, develop myself, pour into myself and the people that stayed here and that trusted me enough to be here with me. And we came back together. And it was so bittersweet because when we hit 200K the first time, we had double volume on auto ships. So if $30,000 in auto ships ran, it counted as 60, right? And that's why I lost it the next month, is because the month that we hit it, we had like $100,000 in double volume. Like it wasn't authentic volume. So the next month we went back down to being like an 80K team. And so when we did hit 200K again the second time, it was so bittersweet because we felt like we really freaking did it. You know what I mean? It was like we did it authentically, dollar for dollar, like we freaking did it. And I learned so much over those 18 months that I don't think I would have learned had I been like, you know, had kept that 200K team. I would have kept being irresponsible with it. I would have kept, you know, not using, I wasn't investing with my money. I was just eating out every night, spending $100 in restaurants. I was just irresponsible with it. And so
I'm glad that you said that, because I think sometimes people get frustrated about how fast they're going or their progress, but really sometimes, you guys, you're not ready to lead a team of that magnitude, because it comes with a lot of responsibility, and you are the one troubleshooting problems and issues and you know, backslides. When somebody loses rank, somebody misses rank by like $5. You guys, I had a girl that missed 12K, and she finished the month at $11,995. Okay, and it was the last month for rank advancements and the $12,000 bonus when we had it, and she hit it the very next month. But you know, she didn't get the bonus, and then people get real weird whenever they miss a rank bonus. It's like I've seen people not hit ranks at 76,000. Okay, not pushing. And the thing is that it's not just you, right? It's your team, you guys. Your team, if you are growing, never stop momentum when momentum's happening, because you won't hit a rank bonus or there's no rank bonus available, because you have to remember this. It's more than just about you. And if you only focus on you and what you're getting out of it, that's when you're going to lose your team. All right. That's when your team's going to start thinking like, hey, it's just about them and so forth. And that's why the last day of the month, maybe you are so far away from your rank, but is your team thriving for free next month? Reach out to those people. Are your customers thriving for free? Good customer service and good leadership is going to be what sustains your business. And every single person is going to have a backslide. Like the economy is crap right now, right? So like, I want you to think outside the box of how you can help one person today. Just focus on how you can help one person today. You can't always be there and do every single thing. And please, for God's sakes, quit looking left to right at everybody else and how they lead. You have to develop your own leadership. All right. You have to develop what it is that drives you and drives your team. And each one of us is going to lead differently. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And I love that you said that too, is because, you know, missing your rank at the end of the month, because when I was pushing for 40K, it was February of 2018. Go figure, February is the shortest month of the year. Okay. So I'm like, I'm already like crunched for time here. We ended at like 37,000 almost in February, and I could have let it defeat me. Could have let it, like, I did cry about it. I was super upset, but you know what? That February, I had 2 girls that I had personally enrolled hit 12K. So those 2 girls, I may not have hit my rank, but those 2 girls hit their auto bonus and hit their ranks. And I was excited for them because they did that. And by helping them do that, I may have missed my rank by like 3,000, but you know what happened the next month? I hit 40K on the 15th. And then I hit 80K at the end of the month. I literally went from being a 12K to an 80K. So don't underestimate, like, you might be far off right now and you might think there's no way in hell it's going to happen, but I've seen miracles happen. I've seen girls pull 5K out of thin air to hit their ranks. Okay. I've seen people double promote. I've seen volume go up 100,000 the next month. I've seen it. And it literally only takes just 1 or 2 people who come with you and they're like, I got the vision. I see the vision. So don't underestimate the power of that. And if you're far from a rank, like, check in with your team. Are they thriving for free? What are their goals? Because you have to help a lot of people get what they want in order to get what you want. And I had to learn that when I had lost my rank. I had to learn that because I had hit 200K and I was like, I hit 200K. Like, I'm cozy. Like, look at that. My first check was like, there was like, I'm not gonna say it, I can't make income claims, but it was a lot of money. And I was like, woo, like, look at me go. You know what I mean? And then I didn't feel very thankful for it. I just felt like very, I hate to say it, but it was like greedy. Like, look how much money I made. look what I'm doing. I made this money. I'm a 200K, me, like I'm successful. And we had a lot of leaders walk away from our team that summer. And I'm not going to take full responsibility for anyone's decisions to come or go, but I feel like my leadership at that time might have made them feel like I didn't care. And I fully regret that season. I don't regret it, actually. I look back on it and I do have regrets, but it taught me. I learned things in the valley that I could have never learned on the mountaintop, I guess is what I'm saying. And so it shaped me into being a better leader. So if you're going through a struggle right now, look at it as like, what can I learn from this? What can I take away from it to be a better person in my next season?
And that's something too. I'm glad you said that, Katie, because I think that's something too, is that sometimes people will look and like see people leaving or doing something. You guys, you have to remember this. Each one of us goes to the grocery store and we put different things in our cart. Okay. Every single one of us puts a different product line that we love in our cart. Each one of us has a different job, goes to school for something different, decides a different occupation. Our friend circles are different, whatever, right? You have to do what fuels your heart and your excitement, and that is going to be right for you. Okay. And when people switch or do things or leave your team or whatever, that's a them issue. Okay. That's them trying to find what is going to fulfill them. Never allow what somebody else is doing to dictate what it is that you are doing. You got here for a reason. You signed up for a reason. You're on this journey for a reason. These products did something different for you than they did for somebody else. And you never know what somebody else is doing, what somebody else is going through, and so forth. And it's really easy for shiny object syndrome, or it's really easy to get distracted and say, oh, but there's always going to be a new company. There's always going to be a new product. As you're in this industry and around longer, you're going to see, I just love people where they're at, whether they're here today, gone tomorrow, it doesn't matter. It's not.
You know what, for me too, it's like you said, there's always something new. There's always something new. There's always something shiny. There's always a ground floor opportunity. And like, if I'm being completely honest, and I'm not like trying to throw shade or anything, but like to me, when I hear ground floor, I think unstable. like 90% of companies fail in their first 5 years. You know what I mean? So like ground floor to me actually kind of like pushes me away. And I love with Lavelle, it's like, it's new enough that it's still, there's so much room for growth, but it's like established enough that we know it's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? So it's like ground floor without like the unstableness. I guess like it's new, but it's not like too new, and it's not too old. And so I wrote down here, I don't know, you must have said something that like triggered something in my mind, but I wrote down over here, struggle is relatable. I don't remember what you said, but I wrote it down. So struggle is relatable, especially considering that it's payday. I want to share this too. You are more relatable making $50 a week, $100 a week than you are, Maria Dillard. I love Maria. I do. I love Maria. I love Amanda. I love Chas. You're more relatable than they are. And I think a lot of times we think, oh, like we got 200K. Like, go find someone who's never heard of Thrive and tell them that you're 200K. They're gonna look at you cross-eyed, like they don't know what the hell you're talking about. They don't know what a 200K is. They don't care what a 200K is, right? And so if you're someone who's making $50 a week, driving for free, filling up your gas tank, you're more relatable than if Amanda were to go, I made $5,000 this week, because the average person is going to look at Amanda saying that and go, yeah, must be nice. I could never do that. That's so far out of my reach, like not me. But if Crystal goes, you're next to me, so I'm going to use you. If Crystal goes, hey, like I got paid today and I filled my gas tank and paid off a credit card that we used for Christmas. It's okay to admit that you used a credit card for Christmas. You filled your gas tank and you made a payment on your credit card for Christmas that you used for Christmas. That's a blessing. A lot of people put credit cards, Christmas on credit cards. A lot of people can't afford to fill their gas tank anymore. So saying something like that, if I were to see Amanda, let's say I saw Amanda go, I made $10,000 this week. I'm going to go, yeah, right, I could never. But then I'm going to scroll and Crystal goes, I filled my gas tank. I'm going to go, well, I could probably do that. I can't make 5 figures like Amanda. That's ridiculous. But Crystal filled her gas tank. I could do that. That sounds easy, right? So don't underestimate that. Don't underestimate the power of a $50 paycheck, filling your gas tank, going to the grocery store, getting your nails done, having like a mom's night out. I'm doing dinner tonight with a girlfriend. Like, you know, that dinner is being paid for by Lavelle. I will share that. I'll share that I'm paying for dinner before I share that I paid my all of my bills. You know what I mean? And so it's like, be relatable in that sense. The sad reality is that struggle is more relatable than success. So like, don't be afraid to share that. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. I tell people all the time, I came from a single wide trailer that had no running water. We only had electricity in the kitchen and it didn't work on the stove. So we had to cook on a skillet. And so I'll share that. I'm not proud of it. And looking back, it's very embarrassing. It's very dirty that the way that we live, but we did the best that we could. And I want people to know that it's like, I feel you. Like, I get it. I've been there. And it doesn't have to be like a financial struggle. It could be like you struggled with your weight, you struggled with your mental health. Obviously, stay compliant. You don't want to make any kind of like a medical claim, but like you struggle with being patient with your kids, snapping on your kids. I used to be embarrassed to tell people that I've snapped on my kids before. Like I've snapped on my kids before. And when you start sharing those struggles, you think that you're alone in that. You think everyone's gonna judge me and think I'm some bad mom. You know what I mean? But it's like, you have no idea how many moms came to me and they're like, the mom guilt's so real. I've done it.
Yeah. And also,
You know?
I think, yeah, I thought I was muted, but I think that also that's something that's a key factor is that people are going to join this business for different reasons, you guys. It might not even be the finances. I know I didn't have friends, like I never saw anybody. And social media, looking back, I lived in a very lonely marriage. My ex-husband did not talk. He like literally just sat there and you would get a or whatever. He didn't go anywhere with me. He didn't do anything. Okay. And I traveled by myself, all of that. I realize now that like it was my friend, like it was relationships for me that kept me really excited. It was helping somebody and feeling like I was doing something, but also being able to be present with my children and you know, going to classes. There's people that are going to join for friendship. There's people that are going to join for free product. There's people that are going to join for money. I was kind of like a mixture. Like I needed to make extra money. I wanted to be able to cut down on my per diem job. I never saw it possible for me to be home full time. Like I thought that I was going to be working nonstop forever. So my vision grew. And I think that's something that you have to keep in mind is that people might start for one reason, but as they see that what's possible, their vision's going to grow. So if you've not done a dream board, I encourage you to do a dream board. I encourage you to write down some short-term goals of things you want to accomplish from where you're at right now to where you would like to be by the end of next year, right? And I did that every year. And I also created a roadmap to how I was going to get there, right? Because you can't just say, oh, I want to accomplish this, but how are you going to accomplish this? Maybe you cut out an hour every evening that you decide that you're not going to watch this show unless you do X, Y, and Z first.
Yeah.
And that is a big thing for me is that when my kids would go to bed at 9 p.m., I used to work from 9 to 2 a.m. on my nights off. And when I worked night shift, I would listen to calls and stuff on my way to work. I did Zooms on my lunch break if I could, if I got a lunch break. I can't tell you how many times I was on calls at work, listening as I was passing medication. I probably shouldn't have been doing that, but I was like, I had my phone playing.
Didn't mean to give you a Percocet, Susie, my bad.
Thank God for name checks, right? But like, seriously, you find a way. Because here's the thing, your why can always be your excuse or it can be your motivation. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like there's things I regret. There's times that I had my head down so hard that I'd miss things with my kids and my daughter would try to be talking to me. Like be present with your family. But if you have a massive goal that you're making a massive run for, sit down with them, put their dreams and their goals on your vision board. And then as a family, discuss how you're going to make that happen. But when you're at a ball game or something, put the phone down, pay attention, watch your kid. Okay. Don't let
Well,
them hook up.
people ask me a lot too. They're like, how do you manage your time? And it's like, when I'm working, I'm working. And when I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm intentional with that. I wake up and I do my work intentionally in the morning. And so like when I am at my kids' dance class or taekwondo, like I can be with them and I can pay attention to them. And I do put my phone away for dinner. My family knows. It's like, they know that when I'm working. And when I'm done, we'll go do whatever it was that we're gonna do. We went to a water park the other day. My phone was in the locker from like 10 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock at night. I was with my family.
Yep.
And I'm not sorry about that. Like, you can't preach that we're working for freedom and then not have freedom. Okay. Another thing you said too that I want to touch on also is like, not everyone's here for money. All right. There's friendships, community, the money, the weight loss, the products, everything. I have a friend of mine and we laughed about it a couple weeks ago. Her husband is very, very wealthy, owns his own company. Like, they have no money struggles, but she's still in network marketing because she enjoys the community. She loves traveling, going to the conferences, like all the things. And she laughed. She goes, Katie, I have so many people in my inbox trying to recruit me over like the bonuses that their company has. Or you can make this much money. And she was like, if only they knew I didn't give a shit. like show me the community that you have. She's literally left companies because she's like, I went to conference and I felt so excluded. I hated it. She loves the community, you know what I mean? And so it's like, share those things, because if you're just talking about the money, you're missing the people who want the community. There's stay-at-home moms who maybe have lawyer husbands, doctor husbands. I don't know, maybe they're well off, but they're lonely and they want a sisterhood. Like, you just don't know. So share the Zooms. Tag your friends, the uplines, downlines, downlines, whoever you see on your tag them, let them know that we get together, we talk, get to conference, take all the pictures, right? Have local get-togethers. We have a local team here. We actually had a Christmas dinner we had to cancel because like literally everybody had the flu or COVID, and it was like we had to reschedule. But we do Christmas parties, Christmas dinners, get-togethers. Like, the girl I went out to dinner with later, she's on our team, and so share all the aspects. Share the weight loss, share the community, share the income, share the free products. Talk about the auto bonus. I don't care if you haven't earned it yet. We'll talk about it. Just because you haven't earned it doesn't mean it's not a thing. You know what I mean? Take a picture in front of your car and talk about how over the next 6 months the ball is going to pick up your car payment. Manifest it. Talk about how what would it mean to you to eliminate your car payment, because I'm about to do that and I would love to help you do that as well. Tell people what you're going to help them do is another thing too. I think there was a woman that spoke at conference a few years ago. She wrote a book called Digital Persuasion. Such a good book. If you haven't read it, I definitely recommend it. But she said, do an audit on your social media, look back. How many times have you talked about yourself? How many times have you said me, I, me, I? It's kind of nauseating, okay? And it's not calling anybody out because we all do it. Like, our first instinct is to talk about ourselves. We all love it, right? Switch me to we, switch I to you. You know, I earned an auto bonus. I'm going to earn my auto bonus. Okay, how about what would eliminating your car payment do for you? Or instead of I earned a VIP bonus, what would earning a cash bonus in the next 14 days do for you? Right? Get people's wheels turning. All right. I earned 4 of those rank advancement bonuses. And you know how I did it? By telling people I could help them earn a rank advancement bonus. Okay. Help other people get what they want, and you're going to get what you want. And I don't care if you haven't earned it yet. I don't care if you've never been on a getaway. I don't care if you don't have your auto bonus. Just because you haven't earned your auto bonus yet does not mean you can't help someone come in and earn theirs.
Yep.
Don't let your limiting belief hold someone else back.
That's actually golden. And you
fair.
have to speak it into existence, you guys, in order for you to achieve it, including helping somebody else achieve it. You have to speak that into existence. There's not one single time that I've hit a goal without speaking it into existence. I claimed it and then I decided to go for it. And when you make that decision, like when I came in and I joined 200K, and I hate sharing my story because it's kind of, it's very unrelatable. I came in and I said, I'm going 200K and I'm going to beat Jamie. And well, Jamie did beat me, but I did. I went 200K in 9 weeks. Okay. And I joined January 15th of 2017. And on March 24th of 2017, I hit 200K. And we actually, we started back at 0 on March 1st. And I hate telling my story because, like I said, it's very unrelatable. But I came in with excitement and focused on duplication of how I could help people go VIP. And we literally focused on VIP 800 and 1600 over and over and over and over and over and over again. I want you to imagine yourself, no matter where you are right now, okay? No matter where you are. Because if you start at zero, whatever, okay, on January 1st, what happens if you just stay focused on helping people get VIP 400 and then helping their people that came in get VIP 400 and VIP 800 and VIP 1600. And that's all you did was stay focused on helping people thrive for free and get their VIPs and get samples out. You are going to see an absolute explosion. Like you will go 4K quickly, because if all you need is 2 people to go VIP 1600 and somebody go VIP 800 and you're 4K, right? So then what if those people, you turn around and you help them do the same thing? You're going to be 12K within a month or within 2 months. It's literally, if you just stay focused on helping the next person win, you are going to see an absolute miracle, crazy thing happen. So that's all we did, was focus on helping the next person win. Anybody that joined us, if they wanted to run and make some extra money, okay, let's get product into people's hands. Let's get you posting. Let's get you sharing, go live, teach your new people to go live and get started right away. Right. So Katie, you talked about setbacks. You talked about daily activities, the why of why people are joining. As we're getting ready to start the new year, what would be your best advice for somebody that maybe had team quit, maybe has not been the most consistent and had some backslides? What would you tell that person going into the new year?
Do all the things and do it scared. And when I say do all the things, I mean TikTok, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, lives, all the things. And here's the reason why, is because I'm the kind of person where if you're trying to sell me something, you're gonna do it on your news feed, because I hate watching stories. I don't watch a lot of stories. I'm in there when I'm doing like my IPAs and I'm interacting, but it's not my favorite, right? So your best bet of getting my attention is posting in your news feed. However, maybe your best bet of getting Amanda's attention is being in your stories. Maybe Amanda doesn't scroll her feed. Maybe she just watches stories. Now, let's see, Tabitha Henson. Okay, maybe Tabitha only watches live videos. Maybe Leah Hill only consumes content in her reels. Okay, if you're only posting on your feed, you're missing Amanda, who's only in her stories. If you're only posting reels, you're missing, I forgot who I said, you're missing Tabitha, who's only watching live videos. We all consume content so differently. We all have ways that we consume it with the things that we write. Okay, so if you're only doing one thing, you're missing a whole bunch of people. There are people who only consume video content. Video is king right now. So if you're not doing video content and you're only posting, you're missing a whole bunch of people. So do all the things. I say every day you get fit. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, okay? TikTok.
And I even post to YouTube shorts, you guys. Like if you're posting to TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, you might as well post YouTube shorts.
I'll still post stuff in my freaking Snapchat once in a while. Okay, like I literally am the disease of social media. I want you to open up every app and see me, okay? All of it. I want you to open up your TikTok. Nope, there's Katie. Oh, there's my Facebook. Nope, there's Katie. She's doing Instagram Reels. She's doing Facebook Reels. She's posting. She's going live. She's in her stories. I'm doing all the things because I want to be able to reach everybody, okay? And also, you guys, if you're scared, I watched the video the other day and it was really, really good. It was about like the function of your brain. If you have anxiety around something, your brain does not understand words, okay? So if you have anxiety, you feel me on this, you can't just tell your anxiety, okay, stop now. And your brain's gonna go, okay, like all done. No, it doesn't work that way, okay? So your brain does not understand the words that you tell it. Your brain only responds to action. So let's say, for example, you have a fear of going live. Okay, so you avoid going live at all costs. That's an action. So your brain associates live video with danger. I'm scared of that. It's dangerous. I'm going to avoid it. Every time you think about it, I'm going to send you signals through your body that tell you, like, we're not doing that. We're afraid of that. Okay, the only way to change that is to do it anyways. The only way to overcome a fear is to do it anyways. So if you're afraid to go live, make it a point to go live. If you're afraid of reels, make some reels. If you're afraid of, talking to people in person, go talk to people in person. Do the things that you're afraid of. You have to switch your brain chemistry really to be like, okay, I'm going live now, and like it's not that bad. So like now your brain's gonna not be so afraid of you going live, right? It's not gonna understand the words you're telling it. It only understands the actions that you put behind those words. So do all the things, do it scared. I don't take responsibility for anyone who comes or goes. I mean, I love to help our team. I love helping people thrive for free. I don't mind doing placements if I need to, if I can. But ultimately, you guys, I'm here to lead and to love on people, and I'm working my business. Okay. You're not here to build anyone. You're not responsible for anyone coming or going. You're here to build your business. So just do that, lead from the front. Your team's going to follow suit. So if you're sitting here in management mode, wondering why did that person quit? Why is this person's volume down? Why is that person not driving for free? Why did that person not post yet today? You're taking away from the time that you could be spending building your own business. And so people are going to follow suit. They're going to follow your lead. I always heard that your team's going to be as half as strong as you are on a good day. So be the runner that you pray for. Be the runner that you want, do the things that you want your team to do, and they will follow suit. I can tell you that my team's enrollments are a lot higher when my enrollments are a lot higher. When I'm in our chat, changing chat colors, talking about how I enrolled, half pack today. I sold Balance and Biotic. I sold 5 samples. People are going to be like, what the hell are you doing? And I'm going to share with them what I'm doing, and it's going to inspire them to go out and do it. So,
yeah. And I think sometimes people will not share because they feel like, oh, it's going to intimidate people or it's going to make people feel bad. You guys know that's what inspires people. When you set goals and you say what you're going to do, like I jumped in my chat today, you guys, I am not a super big chat person. And I'll tell you why. My focus is with people that have yet to start thriving and people that are non-thrivers. Okay. My focus is always like literally 80% of my day is getting in front of new people. Okay. Like I am trying to connect with my people that have asked questions, people that I'm trying to get started, people that are in my potentials list, my follow-ups. I don't focus very much, and I'm not like, I will, post ideas that I'm going to do or what I'm going to focus on, or like if there's a Zoom or something in team chats, or answer a question. Otherwise, I stay out of team chats only because I will get sucked in all day talking. And honestly, you're not going to grow your business with other thrivers. Yeah. You want to be there to help your team, but you want to be focused on growing yourself and helping the next person get started, right?
And honestly, if you're afraid of intimidating people, like if you are intimidating people, they're not your people. Like, honestly, I saw a thing the other day. It said, I'm not for everybody, and I like it. I'm not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? And that's also why I feel like I might have people on my downline that don't agree with the way that I build my business, and they don't agree with the way that I lead our team, but it's like, maybe they love Amanda. That's why it's also important to not segregate people. There have been leaders that I've seen lead Zooms that I'm like, okay, I don't mean this like in a rude way, but like they don't inspire me per se, but like maybe they would inspire someone on my team. Who am I to like cut you off from that source? You know what I mean? So it's like, don't segregate your team. Don't unplug your team. Get them into the Zooms. I don't care who's leading it. Like you might hear something, and this drives me crazy. Brittany Haynes still on here. I'm going to call her out again. She's my best friend. I'm allowed to do that. There have been times where I've told Brittany the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And then we'll get off a Zoom with Amanda, and she's like, did you hear what Amanda said? I'm like, are you kidding me? I've been saying the same shit for 6 months, Brittany. What are you? But like Amanda just said it different, and like it clicked, you know what I mean? So plug your teams in, get them on the Zoom, share the Zooms, and like, listen, I haven't even looked through the participants on here. I don't know who's on here. It's not my responsibility to make sure everyone's on here. It was my responsibility to share it, let people know what was happening, and whether or not they got on, that's on them. Right. I haven't even scrolled through it. Proud of you for getting on. I can obviously see the people on my screen here. but I shared the Zoom. I did my job, and
Yep,
whether or not
and
they
some
got on.
people will have to listen later. Maybe they had a
Yep.
doctor's appointment or so forth. And that's another thing, you guys try not to beat people down because they didn't get on something, right? Because they can go back and listen. Now, don't get me wrong, if they're not plugging in at all and they're bitching about, you know, their paycheck or why their business isn't growing, but they're not being consistent, well, that's where they have to start, is getting consistent, right? And that's where I tell anybody that asks me, Amanda, like, I'm lost. I haven't been doing great. I need to get potentials, whatever. And by the way, happy payday. It is not your job to show them to show up. Okay. Your job is to show them the way, and then they have to do it. So if somebody needs to know where to start, get consistent with your actions, get samples out, get a game plan, right? Katie, it is payday. It is the final pay of 20. Oh yeah, it is the final pay of 2022. I almost said the wrong year. Any last minute things? I'm going to make sure this recording gets out today, you guys. Appreciate you on tonight.
Yeah, no, I feel like the best thing I would say is hold yourself accountable.
Yes, hold yourself accountable.
I feel like you either love me for this or you hate me for this, but I'm very straightforward. I'm a red person. Okay. It's my upline's not here. Literally, my sponsor is not here. She's here. She gets paid, but she's not here. Okay. I don't think she's responsible for my success. I don't think my downline is responsible for my success. I don't. Like, I'm here working my business, period. If I'm not happy, I'm responsible to change that. You know, it's like, if you can take responsibility for your success, you better take responsibility for your failures too. You know,
Right.
hold yourself accountable. You know what you got to do. This business is easy. Okay. It's not easy. It's simple. It's simple.
If you don't know something, seek out the information, you guys.
We know what we have to do, but I feel like the problem when you're working for yourself, it's like, oh, I'll just do it later. I'll do it later. And then you don't, like, try telling your boss you'll come in later. Like, no, you're not going to get paid. Like, he's going to rip you a new one. Like, rip yourself a new one. Hold yourself accountable. Don't get mad for not seeing the benefits for the work that you didn't do. You're going to see a lot of people's businesses explode come the new year. And I said this earlier to my team. I was like, get on the train or get left behind. Like, it's going.
It's true. If you don't know how to do something, you guys, get on YouTube, get on a training, make sure you're listening to things, get inspired every single day. If you get up and you listen to something, I have my brother-in-law's in rehab right now, and I'm going to tell you this. I told him, I said, when was the last time you stood in the mirror and said that you were proud of yourself? Every single day, I want you to get up and put something down that you want to accomplish. And then you have to put out beside it, how are you going to make that happen? Right? So you know that in order for you to get somewhere, you have to do consistent actions. You have to do continuous things, right? And you have to do it on days that you don't want to sometimes in order to get the things that you want to achieve. I am absolutely honored. You guys will continue to see me show up, and we will be getting back to our Monday motivational calls. And you guys, I'm looking forward to rocking out 2023 with each and every one of you. And I hope you will all stick along with the journey. And I hope to see a lot of you guys on stage and celebrating and achieving your auto bonuses and helping people change their lives all throughout the year. So thank you so much, you guys. I'll get the recording up. Katie, thank you again, dear. Happy Tuesday, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you later.